Hello, Mystery School. This is CJ May coming to you from Stafford Springs, Connecticut, where I'm just about to walk into Orchard Works Wands, which is, as far as I know, the only wand shop in the United States that's devoted to both the creation of the wands as well as the selling of the wands. Ed is waiting for us. Let's go in and find out how Ed makes magic wands. Hello, Ed.
Hello, CJ. Good to see you.
I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy that you have a few moments to share with us in the Mystery School to learn about the art of making wands. Mystery Schoolers, this is Ed Bareiss. He is the creative force behind Orchard Works Wands here in Stafford Springs, Connecticut. He has an entire shop devoted to the creation and the sale of magic wands and other wonderful magic items. He's also come to my attention because he's participating in Waterbury Harry Potter Day, and he's brought his wands to sell for people looking for a little bit of extra magic in their life. So, Ed, I heard an interesting story about how you became first a wand maker. It had something to do with your daughter's interest in Harry Potter, yes?
Yes, it did.
Can you tell us a little bit of how you became a wand maker?
So my little girl turned 9 years old many years ago and wanted a Harry Potter birthday. So we made some wands for her in the basement, having never made wands before. And they had them at the birthday party. They were just decorating them with glitter glue and streamers and whatnot else. The parents saw them and loved them. These are 9-year-old kids. She still actually has that very first one.
Oh, that's great.
And we actually do a lot of the things that we developed, so to speak, that first day. We still do those every day here in the wand shop.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big part of our who we are, is that we make those wands all by hand. And we have been making wands all by hand for almost 12 years now.
Almost 12 years. I hadn't realized that it would have been going for that long. Now, you've been making wands for almost 12 years, but how long has Orchard Works Wands been here? When did you buy this location?
So we moved here in October of 2020.
2020, so not too long ago. That was an interesting time during COVID to be starting a wand shop, a business.
Yes.
Very brave of you.
Yes, it was. The building came on the market and we had to jump on it. It was just too good of an opportunity to pass up.
Well, I'm really glad that you have it here, and I have to admit, when I first saw, I guess it was on your social media, that there was an actual wand shop in Connecticut, I was more than just a little bit excited. And I was doubly excited because I hadn't had the opportunity to come up, but I invited you to come to Harry Potter Day, and you came down, you were selling wands, and I asked you at the end of the day, and you said sales were actually quite good that day.
Good.
And I thought that would probably be a perfect matchup of who wants to buy magic wands. Well, certainly other than magicians, Harry Potter fans would be a big audience. So I'm glad that you had that success. Can we take a look around with you? I have made a few wands kind of slipshod in my own, but never of the quality and the beauty of the wands that you have.
Absolutely.
You now remind me, you're doing these by hand.
All by hand.
All by hand, but not lathing them in the normal way that I think most people would assume. Is that right? Or
our wands are in our hands for every step of the operation. From the initial shaping, all the little bands and twists and curves, all the finishing, whether it's by a brush or a spray or a marker or a dipped rag and stain or paint, every detail, all the clear coat, all the finish, everything is all done by hand.
My goodness. And so you do a lot of this work, but I believe I met the last time I was here with David Reed Brown and Judge Gary Brown and Jonas Kane, someone else who was helping you do some of the finishing touches. That's right?
We actually have 9 artists on staff. Some of them work exclusively in the back doing shaping. Some work exclusively in the front doing all the finishing. And then some float back and forth.
Wow, that's quite a lot. And if I remember correctly, you also have a wide variety, not only of types of wands and how they look, but sort of basic wands. And I think my first ones that I bought from you mail order were very basics, but you also have some quite elaborate wands, and you even do specialty ones. When we were here with the other mystery school magi. David Reed Brown worked with you while we were here. You managed to do a special wand for him.
We can do custom wands while you wait. You can order and be shipped all over the world, but one of the special opportunities we offer here in the wand shop is that you can book an appointment with me. We have 150 different kinds of wood. So you can actually pick out your piece of wood and your design, and then you can sit right in front of me and I make your wand for you.
And that was actually a pleasure because while we were here, we were able to see you take the discussion that you had with David and turn it into an actual wand that David could walk out with the door with. And
Exactly.
he was visibly excited about
He
this
was.
because he had this vision of what a wand could be done, and I don't think he really knew how it could happen until he saw what you were doing here. And he said, well, wait, given what you're doing with your wands, could you do this? And so when he found out you could do it, there was a lot of excitement. So
Yes.
thank you for making that happen. Now, you've also taken, I believe, some special orders from magicians and done some wands for magicians.
We have, nothing like actual tricks, but we've worked with several magicians in the past, and it's always a really, really fun opportunity. Magicians are near and dear to our hearts, and always fun to interact with. Magicians, as you know better than I would, are constantly performing. And and it's even more amusing to watch magicians perform for and with each other.
Oh.
So it's always a treat when we get real magicians in the shop.
Well, we hope that we have more will come to you. They can find out more about you at www.orchardworksct.com. So Orchard Works CT, and everybody, CT is for Connecticut. So orchardworksct.com here in Stafford Springs. Let's take a quick trip back, if we can, behind the curtain and see a little bit of your workshop.
Absolutely. Come on back.
Please lead the way, and we're going to come along and see. Now, we don't have time to go into all of the details of wand creation, but he does some, in addition to wand creation, you've been creating dragons, aren't you?
Absolutely. We have some 3D printed dragons. Can we take a quick pause?
Sure. Well, hold it. Let's go on a little bit, and we'll set up back shop.